right, these are the part 2 notes for Unit 6, which is regarding mole conversions, percent composition, and empirical and molecular formulas. So this part is specifically about percent composition. So part 2, percent composition, what is it? The percent composition of an element is the relative amount of that element in a compound. Okay, so we're just going to talk about really what is the part to the whole. That's what percent composition is. So you find the percent composition of an element by dividing the element's mass by the mass of the entire compound. So it's always done the same way. You take that individual element's mass that's in the compound itself and divide it by the total mass of the compound. Okay? So we'll always take the mass of the element divided by the mass of the compound itself multiplied by 100. Now this mass of the element is what's represented in the compound. So if there's like 2 oxygens in the compound, then the mass of 2 oxygens would be 16 times 2, so that would be 32. So you have to take the entire mass of the element present in the compound divided by the mass of the total compound. All right, let's do a couple of examples. So calculate the percent by mass of each element in limestone. Limestone's formula is CaCO3, which is also known as calcium carbonate, which is the same thing as chalk, which we did in our message lab. So we first have to break it down and just find the molecular mass. So calcium, carbon, and oxygen are our 3 elements that are present. There is 1 calcium, there's 1 carbon, and there's 3 oxygens. Okay. Now each of those have to be multiplied by the gram atomic mass from the periodic table. So calcium, rounded properly, is 40.1 grams. Carbon is 12.0 grams, and oxygen is 16.0 grams. Remember, we always round to one number after the decimal, or the tenths position from the periodic table masses. Then we're going to do those multiplications, so 40.1 grams, 12.0 grams, and 48.0 grams, and we find the sum. So the sum would be 100.1 grams per mole. That's really what we had. So I want to find the percent composition of each of these. So I'm going to take my 40.1 and divide it by the total. And then I'm going to take my 12 and divide it by the total. And then take my 48 and divide it by the total. Then I'll also multiply each one of those by 100. When I multiply them by 100, it will give me a percentage, so it's not really 100%. All right? So I have 40.1%, I have 12%, and I have 48%. Okay? That really is the gist of percent composition. It's that easy. There's a lot of examples of it in our classwork, as well as in our as well as on your homework. Okay? Hope this helps. Enjoy.